Um, we've had a look at all the first drafts of the campaigns, the concepts. So they're being sent right now by my colleague Aylin. I think they're already there or within the next 10 minutes. So thank you very much for this first input. It looks good. I've got a few points in general I'd like to give feedback on. And if you have any questions specifically about your report, then just or ask your teacher or just send me a direct message. That would be a good idea. So maybe not in the group captains app, but just in direct message. I think that would be great. First of all, I'd like to start with the Dropbox. Sorry for the inconvenience. Always a few technical hiccups here and there, but I think everything is fine right now. I'd just like to ask you all to have a good look at the group numbers, because there have a few numbers been changed, and you can see the new schedule on the website. The new group numbers, if you have a group number, new group number, then it is the same in Dropbox. So I hope everything is fine with that. And for that as well, please share it in a direct message to me and not in the group captains app, so we keep that communication as clear as possible. So for today, we've updated the homepage of the website, and it's got a new deadline for day number 2, and that's all about the event roadmap. And that's also my direct feedback on your first drafts from yesterday, and that's actually the most important thing in this assignment is the roadmap. And today you're going to work on that roadmap, and in that roadmap there are different touch points you have to be aware of. And you know what's important in each touch point is that you define a very clear goal in that touch point. And you also have to be aware of how to connect the touch points in a logical way. So you don't just say, well, these are 4 touch points and 4 events, and they're all like separate individual events, but it has to be some kind of storytelling to take the corporate client, our customer, to take them into your story, to get them somewhere from 0 to a certain point, a certain goal you have with that client. So you also have to make sure you have a good connection in between those touch points. And a touch point is not just a way of communicating. For example, you can't say a touch point is using social media, but it's more about what kind of content you're about to use in that touch point. So, and also the content in between the touch points. So, for example, you have an event or you have 2 events, and I'm sorry, and if they are related to each other, it would be logical maybe in between you have some kind of online touch point, or maybe some content, maybe an article or a webinar or a special a white paper to share certain content with that client to keep them connected in that storytelling, in that flow up to the next touch point. So it's not just the touch point, but in between there has to be some kind of a smart communication to keep them involved. Otherwise, it's just an event and another event and another event, or online or live, that doesn't matter. But you have to get that connected to each other. For example, an invitation for an event, you can say it is a touch point in that event, but I think you have to focus on the bigger touch points and not just say we have 1 event and we have 4 communication moments inviting that person to that event. These are touch points, but very small touch points. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. You have to focus on the bigger touch points within this assignment. And also, I think it's very important to have a look. Of course, you have to look at an event and figure out what way to communicate around that event. But you also have to keep in mind that we are aiming for the clients, for the target group who is involved in the platform eventbranch.nl. So there's a whole big platform behind this assignment, and it's not just one event, but you have to take one step back and have a good look at the target group, and have to take a good look at the challenges and the things that are not right at the platform at this moment, and then from there on, you have to start your journey in how to involve this client into your storytelling. So I have a few more points. The feedback is in your mail. That's what I've already said. And another important thing is within the assignment, um, please have a close look again at the website, because in the assignment we point out a few different things. And what I'm missing in the most of the reports or the most of the first drafts is that you take one step back and then see, have a close look at the target group and have a close look at eventbrunch.nl as a platform, and then make a short list of what's exactly missing in that platform at the moment. What is the problem at the moment? So what product or service can Eventbrite offer to get in contact with that target audience? Or and how do we gain the interest from that target audience? That's also described on the website in a few bullet points. So have a close look at that part of the website one more time. And the same is for the report. Um, you have to think of a concept of the roadmap of events, and you have to turn the objectives into goals. So please take that as a new step back, have a look at the objectives, and from there on, try to start telling your steps in that process. Because right now it's like, okay, we have in most of the reports, um, you're just starting to tell, okay, we're going to do that, but you don't have the steps described before you're going to tell what you're going to do. So here again as well, take one step back and start again thinking about from that uh, basis. Um, the customer journey is very important as well in this roadmap. That's what I said in the beginning. So please describe a little bit about that as well. And of course, we're going to talk about effect, ROI, and impact, and also keep that in mind when you start thinking about your concept. Is what are you going to put in? How much is it going to cost? And eventually, what is going to come out? So that is important for today as well, to start thinking about that as well, because eventually it's all about the effect, ROI, and the impact. And as we've said, you have a budget of 150,000 euros. You also have to make that clear. How are you going to use that budget? So that's basically, in short, the first feedback on the first drafts. And I'm curious, you might have some questions as well, or teachers or captains. So please, or not, that's good as well. Is there anybody who has questions? Or you can contact me right after this meeting, that's no problem as well.
Yes, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So just to clarify, touch points are like contact moments you have with the target group.
Um, yeah, contact moment. Yeah, that's right. And it can be in live or online. It
Mm-hmm.
can be different ways. But it's not like if you say we're going to use social media, that's not really a touch point. That's just a way of communicating.
Mm-hmm. So when you, for example, I don't know, have like send an email out, or I don't know, that's a touch point, or
Yeah, that's a small touch point, and
yeah.
like you take one or two events in this whole journey, and maybe a webinar, maybe some other way to share knowledge, because it's about knowledge sharing. Those are the big touch points, and in between the big touch points, there are small touch points.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Anyone else? Are there any problems at the moment so far, or is anybody needs help in some other way? Because we had like a little bit of a bumpy start, but I think we've made a few first steps now.
I have one question, Robin, about the Dropbox. Will it be the same?
Yeah.
Will it be the same link for today? For
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
So everybody succeeded to get the draws.
Yeah. As far as I know, yes. If there's any doubt about that, then please let me know. Otherwise, I'm there again at the end of the day to what if it doesn't work, send it to me by email, and I'll put it in the same folder. Because we have to keep it in the same folder, because we have to the jury has to go in the same folder as well to judge everything. Yeah.
I sent the explanation in the captain's group, so everyone understand the Dropbox link.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're Max, right?
That's Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
very good,
Yeah.
Max. Very well
That's
done.
very good. Thank you.
Yes, I have a
Take that.
question about the roadmap.
Yeah.
Does the roadmap has to be a visual map or just the text?
I think it's wiser to make it visual. I've seen a few examples of very nice visual, and it's in one oogopslag. Sorry, don't know the word. It's clear what it says. So I would say try to make it visual. First, you're gonna do it in text, and after that, you make it visual. Because in text, you have like maybe too much text, and then if you make it visual, you can shorten that into smaller bullets. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
We have a deadline today at 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
And what do we need to hand in then?
The roadmap with the touch points and everything, all the advice, feedback I gave on here before. You have to show that you understand that a roadmap is more than just a few touch points. That's it. That's what you show at the end of the day.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
thanks.
We don't give direct feedback as we did today. So we're gonna have a look at it, but we're not able to give feedback every day. Well, if it's totally not in the right direction, if it's totally wrong, of course we'll get back to you. But otherwise, we just leave it in Dropbox and take a look at it tomorrow.
Did you send the email with the feedback to the school mails? Because I didn't receive anything, but I don't know if that's a problem with my mail or.
It is sent to each captain individually. And what's your group number?
30.
30. Well, that's we have 32 groups. I think 1 second. Elaine, hoeveel ben je? Okay, yeah, you should have. She's finished now.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll just wait. Thank you.
It should be in your email, and if it's not in your email, then please send me a message in WhatsApp, and I'll have a look at it. But everybody is supposed to have it right now.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Are there any more questions? Or maybe from teacher side?
From 10
remarks?
o'clock, we can just work with our group, right?
Sorry, one more time.
So starting at 10, we can just
Yeah.
work with our group, right? We don't have to go to the TO site, or do we?
You can work in, as far as I know, you can work in your group. I don't know the program individually for Amsterdam, Rotterdam, or I don't know that, but
okay.
I'll leave you alone. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks. So,
yeah, I had my hand raised still.
oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, we are going to have an Amsterdam captains meeting at 9:45, which is right about now. So we are all moving to the to a team's other team side.
Yeah.
But I noticed that some of the captains are not in this meeting from Amsterdam. I miss about 6 or 7 captains. Did they all receive an invitation to this team's meeting?
Yeah, it's, the link is in the captain the captain's Teams app.
Okay. Well, then I'll just talk to them why they weren't here in time.
Yeah,
there a team meeting tomorrow as well?
Sorry?
Sorry?
Is there a team meeting tomorrow as well?
Yeah, same time as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the Amsterdam captains, we are leaving this meeting to go to our
Yeah.
own meeting. Okay.
I've
Bye.
recorded this meeting, so I can send it. I can put it online on the website. Yes.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
I see another hand.
So-
Yes,
Okay.
because I think for tomorrow it's for everyone, right? Not only the team captains. So will they all receive a link for an meeting?
Yeah, or you can share the link in your group.
Oh, it's the same link as we're using today.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the same link. I'm just gonna move the time.
Okay. Thank
Yep.
you.
Okay. Okay. I don't see any more hands. Is that right? Or is it my disability in Teams? Can be. I think we'll call it. We call it a meeting. We call it a day. If there are not any more questions, then let's kick off the second day, and then let me know. I'm here all day. Got any questions? Contact me directly, and good luck, everybody. I think. Is that okay?
Yes, thank
Yeah?
you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck,
Good luck.
everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.